Little fiberglass repair going on here. Coming along. Oh. Okay, gonna be doing a little painting today, so I'll try and maybe break the video up to save on. I don't have very many gigs on my phone. I gotta update it. Anyways, I've done my repair. I've just a little bit of sealer. Had a couple little burn throughs when I blocked out my slick sand, so I just sealed her up, ready to paint. I just used a single stage. So I'm gonna throw on 2-3 coats over my, fan it out, and then I'll be clear coating over it all. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up. So let's just grab a seat here for a second. Yeah, man, oh man, I see a lot of debate on the internet, Facebook. Man, people are mad, and they're car guys too, talking about how you should be fixing things or what you should or shouldn't do, and it's getting crazy out there. Yeah, the last one on Facebook, they're talking about restoration versus collision, saying that, basically, go through the training, anyone can do collision, but restoration's a whole other level. Well, there's truths to both sides, but I mean, restoration, you're dealing with a lot of rust. I'm not saying you couldn't be dealing with collision, but a lot of it is you're replacing panels. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a skill set. And those that are actually building their own panels from scratch, well, that's a whole other skill set for sure. But you know, it's just funny because basically it's the undermining the collision world. And I'll tell you, people won't like to hear this, but you could fake a restoration in the sense of, like, if something doesn't fit, you make it fit. Whether that's just adding to the edges. Usually on older vehicles, they don't fit like newer vehicles, so you're usually doing that anyways. But you know, when a vehicle gets cracked up, there's a whole other level of stress relieving, and that's something that you're not just gonna fake. And when it's repaired properly, you can't just you can't make that up. And the other side of it, yes, a lot of newer vehicles, due to materials, the repair is going away because of the exotic materials in them. They're a one-time, and a lot of it, unless you can cold straighten it, it's replaced, according to the OEM. Now, not to the Facebook book experts, but to the ones that actually have taken the training and understand why you're doing what you're doing. It's a little bit different. But at the end of it, I'm not saying there's no skill in either one, because it's still a skill set, whether it's collision or restoration. You're doing metal work, you're fixing it, whether you're restoring from rust or damage or collision. It's still your metal work. Then you're doing body work, and then you're prepping and you're painting. So at the end of it, there's a lot that's the same. I do both. Doesn't mean I'm better than anybody else. So let's cut that out right now. I'm just saying I've been involved with both and I like both. But I don't know, there's this headbutting over everything all the time these days. But anyways, that's my little rant about that. Enough of that horse shit. And anyways, single stage, just gonna let that set up. Obviously that was a collision. It was just some fiberglass repair, not a big deal. So I'll be going back in, and since the last video there on the wagon, there is more work. I'll just show it here, sitting out here. I know it's not good. Building up put a patch in the door, building up, gonna make the gaps. I put a patch in the lower fender. I had patched that fender, I don't know, almost like 20 years ago, but anybody who knows these cars, or a lot of cars, that fender brace in behind there, it collects, and yeah, created rust. And I've had this car in primer like this, sitting like this, which anybody knows is not ideal. It's not sealed up 100%, but that's okay. We're gonna fix her up. We're gonna get the gaps, we're gonna get them better than what they are. I think it's pretty good for an old car, but there's certainly some spots that need some love. Here, this is a factory lead sticking out here, so I'll grind that down. Even the bubble from lead down here, I'll clean that up. And there's some rust repair needing in behind the bumper. And this quarter, I built half this quarter way back in the day because it was hit, and it was repaired terribly and rotted out. So if you can imagine a line like this, and down here I've built all of that back, and then the rest of this side was pretty good. I did patch this lower fender and it seems to be holding up pretty good, but I'm gonna tweak the gaps, like I said, a little bit. This one here, you can see this line lines up, this line lines up, but this is obviously low. So I'm gonna bring the door, I can't just adjust the door up because that changes all these lines. So I'm gonna bring the door up in here to match the quarter, and then I'm gonna fill this gap in because this is ugly. You can almost climb in without opening the door. Can't have that. Down below it looks pretty nice. And then the roof needs to be completely stripped. It's cracking and starting to peel. But we're gonna, overall it's a pretty solid car. I know Ricky likes the stance of it. There, Rick, there's the stance. So that's yeah, that's about that. Man, I'm ranting too much. This was supposed to be about painting, and told myself I wasn't going to get into this ranting, but I'll clear up any confusion if people ask. If they want to know, if you want to ask some stuff about painting, products, primers, whatever the case may be. I'll answer based on facts, technical, versus my own personal opinion, because there's a lot of that out there. But I think when it's fine to give your opinions and that, but I think it's when it comes down to it, I think it's better to give people the actual facts, the right information, and then let them try different things and hear from there. Anyways, yeah, we'll see if this video will keep it going. Like I say, I'm gonna probably a couple more coats to make sure I got it covered, and then I got lots of blend area. And for the painter guys out there, they know that red's always dry a little bit darker. Meaning, so when you're matching your colors and you're trying to hold it up against something, if you're unsure, do a test spray out. And then, you may have to tweak it a bit or whatever, but this color's pretty good. It's close, the mix is close enough to be blended out. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, and thanks to Scott, big thanks to the Cold War Motors. Maybe I'm repeating myself, but man, oh man, what a following he has. And thanks to all his subscribers, the ones that have jumped. I think the majority of my subscribers are subscribers that have come over from Cold War Motors. So as you know, I realize why you're watching Scott's channel. He's a lot more refined. He's more entertaining than mine. Maybe I'll get there. I'm still learning and working on my editing and things like that. But I like doing the engine work too, as well as the body work. I'll be back on my. I've got more parts, so I'm going to be back on my LS6454. I picked up a solid roller cam, and I got new valve train parts. So I'll show that and talk about the direction I'm going with that. So thanks for watching so far. I'll grab my gun and we'll see if we can get another coat on here. I'll let that set up, and then I'll probably just do one more coat, fan it out a little bit farther, and then I'll probably just where I'm stopping with my my single stage there, I'll probably reduce it down a little more and just slightly fan it out as if I'm doing a solvent blend. And then once that's set up, then I'm gonna clear the whole panel, so it's kind of like all seal the deal, so to speak. And yeah, I could have did it in base clear, but in that this is a truck application, I just went with a more of an industrial line paint. But I'm gonna stop the video here and see if I can, the next video I'll try and splice together or whatever. But anyways, yeah, again, shout out to Cold War Motors. Thanks for all their support. I don't even know what I'm really doing, like, with this, where I'm going with this. This was all started just as good fun. Keep in touch with old co-workers from another city about 3 hours away from where I live. But anyways, yeah, it's good, some of the feedback and stuff like that. So thanks for that, and we'll catch up with you on the next one here, hopefully. Time to clear coat. Woo! I'll let that set up. I'll do one more coat and that should be it. You'll have to come back to see the final product.